For I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. For in it the righteousness of God is revealed from faith for faith. As it is written, the righteous shall live by faith. Good morning, guys, or evening, or whatever time you end up watching this or listening to this. Just wanted to give you guys an update from Papua New Guinea on how the Donkals are doing and what we're up to these days. And before we get too much into that, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm trying to film these updates a little bit different. I'm going to try to make them kind of a more consistent format where we open with something that's just been encouraging to us, kind of close with the word as well, and then just kind of keep the bullet points succinct. It means so much to us that you guys check in and watch our update videos and are wondering how to pray for us. With that said too, we realize that it can take time hearing an update, so we want to be as succinct and precise as we can, but also be encouraging and helpful to those of you who are supporting us through your prayers and support. And so we're just super thankful that you guys would take time to just watch these. So Romans 1:16 through 17, just always such an encouraging passage to us, as it's just the summary of the gospel message we have, and it's the treatise in the beginning of Paul's letter to the Romans, and it is the message and the only message in which the righteousness of God is revealed to sinners like us, and the way how do we go back into the presence of God, how can we have this righteousness to enter in? Well, it's through the gospel that this righteousness is revealed, and that's why we proclaim it boldly and don't have shame in our proclamation of it. And so that is our goal here in Papua New Guinea someday, to get to the point that we can proclaim this message. I wanted to now move into just some ministry updates for us. What have we been up to lately? Language, team, and also just culture. That's basically our life day to day right now, is just those three things. How are we improving our own language? How are we getting to know the culture more? And just preparing for our teammates to come. So language right now has been really fun. We have entered the phase of language where I would say we are probably market fluent. And I'll probably do a video on this at some point, just explaining a little more in depth what language learning looks like. But market fluent basically means we can get around Papua New Guinea pretty well at this point. We're able to get food, get on PMVs, and do day-to-day things without much hardship. But the thing is that most language learners will generally start to cap out at this level. And so we've been working on speaking in paragraphs, and that has just been really sitting down with people now and storing and asking for them to compare and contrast things in their life that they see, to tell about situations that something unexpected happened. Like that could be anything, like they were driving their car and they got a flat tire, to they made plans and they had to cancel them. Situations with something unexpected happens. And then just also getting to story and hear like what was life like when they were a child, and what are future plans and aspirations that they have for their kids or even for themselves. And it's really now starting to move into a more less concrete things you can grab on and say like, this is a cup, right? And it's more just like thoughts and things that you can't point to when you're learning language. One cool opportunity as we're moving into the kind of the culture side of that is we've been going up to a village that's probably 45 minutes out of Madang town, just to keep hearing more bushy Tokpisin, and that's been really good. We've been doing that 2 times a week, and that's just us getting to interact with people in the village who don't come out into town as much, and so there's going to be less. I call them Tok Pinglish, which is like English and Tok Pisin just kind of combined, and so it's this is, you know, you're just running into with this language a lot of things that, you know, you just add an English word and add im to it, and sometimes in Madang that works really well because there is a bit more English here. But if you go out in the bush, there's a lot less of that, and so we're really trying to work on just speaking more of a bushy kind of Tok Pisins. In the team realm is that the Englishes are on their way here this month. Lord willing, they will be here October 31st. And we are so excited. It's going to be so good to see them and just to have our friends here who are going to the same place, learning the same language, just doing life on life with them. That's just going to be so encouraging. So if you think of them in your week, just be praying for them as they're saying goodbye and going to be heading to Australia for a week and then here to Papua New Guinea. Family life has been good. Two big things I wanted to just kind of give you highlights on is the kids started a bit of schooling this last month. It's, I guess, would be preschool, and that was just a decision Kristen and I made. We realized, you know what, like they need a little bit of structure. We live in a really cool place right now where they have access to a base and they are able to run around and play outside and be with friends all day if they wanted to. But we realized too that that's maybe not the best thing for them, and they need maybe some structure in their lives. So we started some preschool with them, and so that's just pretty much an hour every morning before we get started, and just reading stories, doing Bible verses, and coloring. And so they've really been enjoying that, and that's been a blessing for us to do. One other thing we got to do this week, this past month, was Papua New Guinea's 50th anniversary. And so we got to just spend time in the city and in the culture, just observing how they celebrate the 50th anniversary. This was a big year. They don't normally do a lot of these things. There's a couple of videos going up right now of just dances they call sing-sings here that are just different dances of each province. There's provinces are almost the equivalent to states in the US, and so you had tribes and groups of people from each province performing their dance for their province, and it would be culturally appropriate for their tribe, and they were just displaying them. And so there were 4 days of just these dances going on. And then at night they had fireworks, which that was pretty big. It was the first time they've done fireworks in Madang, and so they did fireworks every night for 4 nights. And so it was just neat getting to experience that with the people here, and just share in that. And now we have the Tok Save with them of what's going on, and we can it just makes life a lot, it just makes us more relatable, I guess, to what they do. We get to share in those experiences and have more common ground. So that was really special, and we enjoyed that. Finally, moving on, I just want to give you guys some prayer requests. Each one just prayer that as we continue in just our language study, that we would just sound more and more like Papua New Guineans. We are just trying to exile our English isms in our Tok Pisin, and think about and formulate sentences more like Papua New Guinean people would here. And so that is just a continual effort to make sure that we're dying to our English and speaking in more an appropriate way in this culture here. In our language learning, you could be praying that we have just sharper ears as we're again hitting a point that we're market fluent, but still want to press in and hear the things that maybe aren't so obvious. And so a lot of these things are finer things. How do we get rid of our accents? How do we pause at the appropriate time? How do we tell a joke the way a Papua New Guinean would tell a joke? What's the emphasis in the punchline if you're storing and telling something really important? How do you structure something like that? Things like that, that we would just be hearing those things and then implementing them in our lives. And then finally, just that we would just continue to have eyes just to see the culture here and just be formulating what is the worldview here in Papua New Guinea, and that we would just be asking good questions and continual learners here in Papua New Guinea. Let us know how we can be praying for you guys. Give us updates on your lives if you have time. Thank you just for watching or listening to this video. Let us know how we can just be better informing you guys, those of you who are supporting us. And yeah, I wanted to leave you with this closing exhortation from now the end of Romans. This is Romans 16:25 through 27. Now to him who is able to strengthen you according to my gospel and the preaching of Jesus Christ, according to the revelation of the mystery that was kept secret for long ages, but has now been disclosed, and through the prophetic writings has been made known to all nations, according to the command of the eternal God, to bring about the obedience of faith. To the only God be forever through Jesus Christ. Amen. I will leave you guys with that. Hope that your day is going well, and we'll see you guys in the next update video.